think you're asleep when you're just working a job to pay bills. That's when like it's not a tool anymore and we're just stuck in something that was prescribed for us.
Welcome back to People of the Future, y'all. I'm your host, Dallas. Happy to have you here and grateful that you're with us for episode 3 with Analise, where we're discussing what world building is. Quick thing I want to add, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. We'd also love to hear from you, your ideas around the conversations we're having about world building. If you're enjoying People of the Future, if you want to see more of People of the Future, that engagement is highly, highly loved and necessary. So let us know what you're thinking about in the comments. Please subscribe and share and talk to us on our different platforms. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Honestly, like I feel like I had to like go of a lot of pain. Like that's something that um I think I'm in this transition where obviously like the name of the business is Common Healing and like I've engaged like healing's super important. But at the same time, I think it's really easy and we can think like flag that perfectionism too, but to constantly be in a state of like fixing yourself. And it's like healing can easily cross over into that. And I definitely got there where I was just like, there was like a period of time where it was like, that was my main priority. That was the thing I was investing in the most time, money. But then it got to this point where it wasn't help. Like I wasn't elevating out of it. I was just finding more stuff to like dredge it up and like just was in pain all the time. And it was not living. There wasn't like vitality in that. And I think I've kind of surfaced into this place where I am putting my energy in a different direction, and that spaciousness is really like feels good. Like it feels more comfortable to not be um, just constantly critiquing, fixing, improving, and to just be like, I am. And like this is who I am. And yeah, I carry some stuff that I don't love, or like there's traits that I like maybe carry some shame around. I'm not perfect. Recently, I feel like I've reached a level of like clarity of like why I'm working and like what I'm doing. That's allowed, and then having just like let go of a lot of pain has given me capacity to just really focus on like world building or like my own life and what I'm trying to achieve.
When Annalise and I were having this discussion, I really appreciated this point because I could relate to going through that time of having what I thought was the healing process also be kind of an overconsumption of my pain and finding it really hard to locate myself beyond the ways I'd been hurt. So when we're thinking about world building, doing something extremely challenging, creating things that don't exist, not only can it be isolating, but it can also be a challenge to name yourself beyond the things you aren't, to name what you're making for more than what it isn't. I think about this as an abolitionist. Abolition is not just about ending systems that oppress people and hurt us all, but it's also about creating something new. The ultimate goal of abolition is to be free, not to constantly be in contrast with systems of power and oppression. That is a part of abolition, but not the ultimate goal. Abolition is an affirmation of liberation.
But I feel like I've kind of transcended that and like stepped out of that into like what does freedom mean for me and like what kind of resources do I need to live a free life. And like for me, like I'm trying to work like 2 maybe 3 days a week, and then I'm trying to like chase whim, and I'm trying to like explore my excitement. I'm trying to learn my banjo. I'm trying to surf. Like I'm not I'm not necessarily like, okay, cool, hit a million, got to hit 3 million, like got to hit a billion, like absolutely not. Also, fully reject billionaires. Just being clear on like why are you here? Why are you waking up? And it doesn't have to be something super like profound or something super like doesn't even have to be about anybody else. Like it's just like, what do you want to do? Kind of just this apocalyptic energy has also pushed me there. It's like, okay, cool. If this actually is the end of the world, how am I trying to live out the rest of my days? Or if this is the apocalypse, what is important? Care and like joy and pleasure and ease. Like it just flips the script.
What a fantastic note to be offered from Analise, flipping the script, naming what's important. I hope some of these ideas came up in your journal prompt. In world building, and what we're trying to create at Common Healing is finding that space where we are declaring in affirmation what we want to be, how we want to feel, how we want to live. And that's why we're excited about world building, because we're creating things as they are from values that mean something to us, that excite us and give us that vitality. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for hanging around. And now we're about to hear our tarot reading. So stick around for that bit. Maybe you'll have more to journal on. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment below anything that came up for you during this listen.
Hello, world builders. Oracle at the Sanctuary here with a collective reading. Tarot for world building is neither predictive nor prescriptive. It's an offering of perspective, a tool you can leverage as you lean into your interconnected sovereignty. Let's get into it. Our anchor for this week is the Ten of Cups. It's a beautiful card, easy on the nervous system. We see a rainbow adorned by these 10 cups. We see a family, parents celebrating all they've built, children enjoy playing, the weather looks good. At this point in the cup suit, the cups relating to the realm of our inner world, the cups relating to the realms of our emotions. I apologize for the rattling. I'm staying in a converted boathouse right now. I've already stopped and started many times. Every time a car goes by, the gate rattles. Not sure how this will turn out in the audio, but back to the Ten of Cups. At this point in the cup suit, we've journeyed through the waves of emotions, the different experiences that we can have. I listened to this interesting podcast from the On Being Network, and it was about happiness as a practice as opposed to a feeling or a state of being. So happiness can be experienced and can be contained within a spectrum of emotional experiences. And there's something really liberating in that. To always be seeking a particular feeling state is unrealistic. Not only that, it's painful, because then on top of not feeling that particular feeling state, we feel layers of feelings on top of that aren't pleasant. There's shame, there's feeling like we failed, there's feeling broken, there's feeling not good enough, on top of whatever emotion we've deemed unpleasant. So we can see how that can become a bit of a spiral. To perceive happiness as a practice and as something that we can lean into no matter what, and that can be found in many states of emotion, helps us build the skills that comes from the other types of experiences that we might have.